touchdown, Team Alberta. The last games were in 1994 on their turf. This time, along with 1,300 other athletes and coaches from 7 regions around the Arctic, 206 members of Team Alberta trickle in as visitors.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Who is it? I know your name.
Marilyn.
Thank you.
2,200 volunteers labor over every little thing.
You'll take it over there. They will punch a hole in the top and put a cord on it like this, okay?
To get it just right so the athletes can worry about the finer things in life.
Oh, geez, I just ate that blast.
I'm Mary Beth Weber, and for the next hour, we'll take you inside the 1996 Arctic Winter Games. You know, the thing with these games is no expert sat down and figured out who would take home the most gold, the most silver, the most bronze. But take a look inside any of these participants' eyes, and it doesn't take an expert to figure out that they're here for more than just winning. First on their agenda, getting acquainted and reacquainted with their Arctic competitors.
See, it's right here.
City in Canada.
There's Alberta. And there we are.
Oh, okay.
Getting used to their home away from home.
Army vets, guys. This is my desk right here. Nobody touch.
Oh, rock on, man.
And fessing up why they're so happy to be in Chugiak Eagle River.
It's Alaska. And it'll be really fun to meet other countries, and it'll be just really fun.
You get to meet other countries, and it's like you get to come up here for free, and you get awesome coats and pins and like vests and everything else.
I didn't realize that it was such a big event, but now I do, and I never thought I'd get this far, but I have.
You get to meet cool people and go skiing, and skiing's fun, so I wanted to come.
After a night of nearly no sleep for the energetic athletes, a crowd packs the Chugiak High School football stadium.
And with no more seats, you might be able to find some towards the top if you're lucky.
All 3,500 fans stay anyway. And in front of a true Alaskan backdrop that looks too perfect to be real.
How about a nice round of applause?
What a show they get.
Team Alberta! Team Greenland with 100.
From the Northwest Territories to Tumen, to the Yukon, to home team Alaska. No group is left unapplauded, even the only one still missing, Team Magadan. In front of a standing room only crowd, a bigger, louder, more electrifying outdoor pep rally than anyone expected.
It is clear that there are 1,500 athletes, more than 2,000 volunteers, coaches, and organizers of this event who have already demonstrated the heart it takes to be champion citizens.
And in the true spirit of the North, how the Raven created the Arctic Winter Games. It goes like this. The raven makes the snowflakes and the flowers and all the animals. But the raven wants something more, something even more wonderful and colorful. He thought the games. And to open the 14th Arctic Winter Games, a sky show that couldn't be topped. after an hour of goosebumps from the teen temperatures and the excitement, what everyone is waiting to hear.
I hereby officially declare the 14th Arctic Winter Games officially open.
There are Arctic Winter Games you expect, like skiing.
2, 1, gone!
But go one step further and you'll find skiers who have strapped to their backs guns.
You're up!
Let's go, John!
It's cross-country skiing and shooting with small bore rifle with the 22 caliber. And what they'll do is they'll ski a loop, come in and shoot in on the range, and then ski another loop. And they do that, they shoot 3 times today. The juniors are shooting prone all 3 times. The seniors are shooting prone, then standing, and then prone again.
It's the ski biathlon.
The main part is controlling your breathing when you come into the range to shoot. Like the cross-country skiing part is a strenuous exercise, so your pulse and your breathing rate is up when you come into the range, and that's where you have to control it to get your breathing slowed down so that you can shoot accurately. And that's the main challenge, is keeping your breathing under control.
Some of the athletes are a little older than the teenagers who make up the bulk of the games.
A lot to handle.
So goes the story for Team Pritiger of Team Alaska in the snowshoe biathlon.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're gone, Dave!
In these games, there is competition, and there is just true, pure love of this northern sport. That's where the Pritigers come in.
Checked out the group yesterday when we were all in mass, and we didn't look the typical athlete.
Well, I'm not terribly competitive, but I guess it has become somewhat of a competitive sport. I've never really enjoyed competition all that much as far as sports go, but I got into it recreationally and then started shooting pretty well and had fun at it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're gone, Betty.
More incredible than their ages, Betty just had a mastectomy less than 2 months ago. The sport and her will has her in it not to win it, to enjoy it, and perhaps make a point.
It's another challenge. It's great. It's great to be able to rise to the occasion and see beyond that. So yeah, it's another challenge. I love it. There's a lot of younger competitors that are probably real fit and maybe trained a little bit or a little harder. So I have no illusions of winning at all. Basically, I want to shoot well and finish.
Slow down. Focus. Helps to have a coach.
You're allowed to give side adjustments out on the course. You can tell someone that, oh, you're shooting high, bring it down 1 or 2, but you can't do that at the range. Betty's always been an inspiration to me.
Another inspirational story, this one about a stone, a brush, a sport called curling.
3.
After hundreds of years on the ice, it has endured enough to slide into the '98 Olympics.
It came from Scotland, and that's where the bagpipes come from.
Yeah. And it's been in Canada for quite a while now. Like, they used to play on big lakes and just scrape it off and throw rocks down. Now we play in buildings with sheets that ice makers make and
artificial ice.
Yeah.
The thing about curling, it's an event that's fun to watch, even if you don't have any idea what's going on.
Well, the broom makes the rock go in a straight line and it makes it go faster. And if you don't sweep, it makes it curl over or it slows down. And the slider helps you get power when you come out of the hat to let go of the rock.
Curling is getting bigger every year. If you haven't heard of it, you haven't listened very hard. There's a reason the snow snake competition is found only in the north.
No!
for small games like ptarmigans, rabbits, and sometimes they use for caribou or moose. Yeah, when they're lying down, I guess, sleeping, sneak up on them.
Freddie Tinkley should know it's used for hunting. He threw the best snow snake distance today, 264 feet, 7 yards longer than he's ever thrown.
Take an afternoon, just walk around, throw it, pick it up, throw it again. Come from all over Northwest Territories, I think. All in Dene, even Yukons too. And I think Alaskans too. All over.
The 2-foot high kick is another sport with a northern legend.
They say it was from whaling. It's whether or not the whalers get a strike, or if they get a whale, depending on how it's interpreted. The 1 foot signifies they got a strike, and the 2 foot means they didn't. And they'd have a person back at the village scoping, and at a specific time they'd look out, and if the guy would kick a particular jump, and everybody would go out and help him bring the whale in.
Jolly Manjiriak jumped up more than 7 feet.
My highest is 7 feet 4 inches.
He won a gold ulu, but it wasn't his personal best of 8 feet that he did at home in the Northwest Territories. That's too bad. He could have broken the record set by Team Alaska in 1988.
You know, something like that's going to happen one day, and whenever it does, I hope to be there to see it, you know, because it's really exciting when somebody breaks a record. But
Brian Randazzo is athlete, coach, legend, and record holder all rolled into one.
The 2-foot high kick, just a brief description.
Randazzo is back today after a nasty fall in the last games hurt his knee so bad no one was sure he'd be back.
And so they said, with the right physical therapy and letting it heal, I should be back to 100%. So I'm hoping that's true. I hate it to be carried out on a stretcher, and I want to walk out this time, feeling proud.
While baby Brian looks on, a well-rested daddy picks up where he left off at Slave Lake in '94. Randazzo kicks right into high gear, and it's like he never left. At 29, his skills are sharper than they were when he started at 16. His agility seemingly the same. His spirit higher than his gold ulu jump of 7 feet 9 inches.
I could have went over 8. I could have went over 8 feet easy. But I'm just happy with the win, really.
What a treat for a dad who wants his 3.5-year-old son to know him as the great high kicker he's always been.
He hasn't had a chance to see me jump, and he doesn't know that his dad kicks.
Now he does.
You did a good job.
And the knee?
Feels fantastic. Feels excellent. I could have kept going, but the floor is real slick, and it was on everybody's mind. Just for safety's sake, I shut it down early.
But he'll be back, probably better and more determined than ever. Because to Randazzo and the other high kickers, the games are the biggest, best event around. And the fact that they're only in the north keeps them full of honor and tradition. There is no sport in the Arctic Winter Games that athletes take lightly. Not even a nice game of, well, ping pong. Maybe that intensity is what keeps them coming back.
First time, it was a new experience, and you know, you're all big-eyed looking at things that are happening, and being in the experience, it makes you want to look forward to the next 2 years. So
for Carl Augusted, it was table tennis and the energy of the games that turned 2 years into 20 years.
In 1976, I was a juniors player, which was held in Shefferville, and then in 1982, I was on the adult team, and in 1994, I was a coach for Team Alaska, and then this year, 96, I'm the coordinator for the whole sport of table tennis.
Augusted is like so many other officials and coaches in the games.
It's nice to see the multiple generation of players who have evolved into coaches. So this year we have 2 members from Yukon and from Alaska. The coaches are former team members.
Today, one of those Yukon coaches is back on rival turf.
My first experience was here in Anchorage in 1974. I was a junior player for the Yukon team. I was also at the 78 Games in the Northwest Territories. And 1980 in my hometown of Whitehorse. 82 in Fairbanks was the last time I was at the Games.
It didn't take Kevin Murphy long to figure out he wanted to stick close to the sport and this uniquely northern competition. What that means, though, keeping up with the times. Newer, better paddles, newer, stiffer rules.
How you do your serve. There's a lot of rules on that, and the rules will change just about every 2 years.
Is the line prepared? Commence firing!
No matter how much the games change, no matter how much they have to practice, no matter how many times the teams go home without Ulus, to the coaches, there are few things as challenging and rewarding.
I've been working with a junior program, 18, 20 years, something like that. And I really get a kick out of these kids.
We've been training just about every Sunday. But the month of January's been our coldest. January, for the length, like 4 weeks, we had to move indoors and shoot.
Nothing catches Team Yukon's coach off guard anymore. He's been doing this too long.
Right from the first Arctic Winter Games in 1970, 72 in Whitehorse, 74 in Anchorage.
The rules have changed in figure skating since Cindy Solberg was a young competitor. All this slow, technical work isn't very important today.
Back in the olden days when I skated, it was 60% of the score, and it was only 40% freestyle. But over the years, it's changed, and now, in fact, in the United States anyway, it's not required at all. And it's still in the Arctic Winter Games, because in Canada, it's still required.
But the rules of coaching are still the same.
You need to warm up your serpentine.
Her kind words and helping hands might just inspire her students to become teachers. Speed skating has turned Mike Gonzalez into a coach wannabe.
I want to keep with the Arctic Winter Games, so this is going to be my last year, and then I want to go on to coaching if possible.
His first year out of high school, Gonzalez's fancy footwork just might make him a shoo-in for the job.
I think he could do it. He's done an Arctic Winter Games. He learned a lot from that. He's in the finals this time, twice, 2 different events against some big guns. He's learning a lot from that. He works with kids day to day.
He's got the right idea. He scopes out other teams and sees what makes them great. Like the Northwest Territories team that has skated to the top of the 96 Games.
They're just awesome. They're awesome. It's something to just look at and learn from them. Just got to keep on looking at them, try to see what they do better.
A true sportsman, watching winners just makes Gonzalez more excited about the games.
So I'm trying to learn as much as I can this time. And in 2 years, I'm going to do nothing but study and train with the kids.
With that attitude and aptitude, Gonzalez may at least be a coaching assistant in 98.
Hey, he's got some magic, too. If I can't do it, I think he can get the job done.
Mike would skate right into a coaching career with a shiny new bronze Ulu from his last race that just might help him get to a brand new starting line.
I like teaching. I'm going to be a teacher when I grow up. I love teaching people stuff. It's just neat to see them progress. And when you see them progress, you feel a sense of accomplishment. So I want to become a coach.
A coach who loves the game and loves the games. there may be nothing more beautiful than the sound of the Arctic Winter Games. These are the Atka dancers, Aleuts performing in their native tongue. And from the western Siberian plain, the Russian music group from Team Tumen. Both use traditional dress and songs that transcend words. It's a good thing for most of this week's audiences who probably don't understand a word. Even this not-so-traditional dance group uses a traditional language. All three have one thing in common. Their music goes a long way to bridge cultures that would otherwise not understand each other.
In our dance, we have motions, and the motions paint a visual picture understanding of what we're trying to say or what our culture is about.
You can't not listen to Bumyol. Composing everything themselves, the group makes the most of native dance and music and a gospel beat.
I mean, we go up there and we just joke around. I just act natural. Yeah.
That's what kept our people's sanity in the first place. Because in the long, cold winter days where there's very little resources to go after,
half African-American, half Yupik Eskimo, they're from small-town Bethel. Their big-time goal, to show the world how cultures are even better when they're blended together. The Arctic Winter Games, their perfect stage.
it's okay to be yourself where you come from, and don't forget who you are.
There's usually no mistaking where each of the athletes is from. There are 7 languages in the games. After following the games for 22 years, the worldwide media's figured out how to deal with it. Some stay away from those they can't talk to. Others use interpreters.
Is he having a lot of fun, meeting a lot of people?
Вам нравились Аляска и США?
Да. Здесь очень приятные люди и очень хорошее обращение.
The people are very nice and it's a very nice place.
Some just translate for themselves. When you speak the language of the home team, you don't think much about it. You can read the signs, you can read the scores, you can understand the terms the judges use. But when it's not your first language, it can be a real problem.
Inches and those, when they say it was 2 inches out, I don't understand what he means, but it's a problem.
What would you say?
Oh, I would say centimeters.
It's even worse when the athletes are under the gun to perform.
Okay, tell him his hand has to be behind a black line. And I'll say 1, 2, 3, grip, and they both grip together.
No, don't, not yet. He's gonna
come on, guys. I say 1, 2, 3, then you both grip together. Okay?
Because of a big difference in language, Team Tumen can't get a grip on the rules of the stick pull.
The interpreter that they had too was steady explaining it to them, and I was bringing it to him, and I told him there's a line there that they cannot touch or go beyond, and just about every time we went, they were on it or behind. So every time the Russians were up, we had to start over 3 or 4 times. I dragged on, and it's just really frustrating.
He said he knows how to do all the events very well, but when they do it, a little different every place, and the little discrepancies are kind of difficult to work through.
How come you let go? How come you let go? Ask him.
Почему вы делаете это?
Он говорит, cut him with it. Stop.
Что?
Он говорит, cut him, stop.
Oh, she thought you said stop.
Many of the competitors know just enough to get around.
Bye-bye. he knows little words like hello, goodbye, thank you, please, hello, goodbye, yes, no.
They were really hungry to learn and they wanted to do it, but just their language was hard for them to understand.
I mean, I'm having trouble myself because I'm learning the games at the Arctic sports as I'm going along, and then I have to translate into Russian, and it's a little difficult, but...
In one way or another, the language barrier is hard on everyone.
We've got a group of Yukon ski team in our room, so we got to be pretty good friends with them. And we're friends with the other teams, but we don't talk to them very much because, like, the Russians don't speak English, so it's kind of hard to communicate with them.
Mostly just the ski teams that we talk to.
So a lot goes unsaid in the games, a lot they can't share with each other. But there are plenty of things that don't need words.
It's a great experience. It's incredible. There's so many people.
Lots of friends.
And it's lots of fun.
The language of competition is still the same, whether it's shushing or mushing. The spirit of the games they can all share, even if they don't always understand what each other is saying.
Hello. Chugiak Eagle River. So bye. Bye. Bye.
This is the way it used to be. Lots of adults in the games, but times change, and now more and more are on the sidelines.
It seems like the trend is going towards the younger participants, and I think they're trying to gradually phase out some of the older, some of the adults as far as in the competition.
I think there's a lot more kids and a lot less adults, just based on what I'm seeing in the halls at the Chugiak where we're staying. Lots of young kids, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, and a lot less adults. I think probably kids outnumber adults probably 2 to 1.
Why the trend? Just about everyone has a theory.
A lot of people can't get off work, and we actually lose players because they can't get out of their job. So that could be a possibility.
I think everybody's looking at the Arctic Winter Games as more of a place for the younger people to gather. It's nice that the adults can share culture and everything, but I think it makes a bigger impact on someone's life early on as opposed to in the later years.
Some teams don't even send adults if the games are outside their region. But no one's complaining.
Oh, not a chance. We're having a riot.
No, we all pretty much feel as a family. The adults and the kids, they're all enjoying the experience together. You see old guys like me trading pins with, young 8 and 9-year-olds that just have tons and tons of pins, and they're all very enthusiastic and ready to do it.
It's kind of nice because the boys, when they're not playing, will come and support the adults and the men, and then when the men aren't playing, we kind of go over and support the children, so it's kind of nice.
In fact, the adults even admit it's done great things for the games.
I think the games are better now, more competitive. As well, it seems like more college players, the developing players are rising up through the ranks, and the teams just are better than what I've seen before.
In the Arctic sports, there are still many adults, but every year, younger and younger athletes make the 17 and under team, separated from their opponents not so much by ability, but by years.
With their height differences, I noticed that there are a lot of kids that are a lot smaller than the kids that are 17 or even 16 and 15.
That makes it tough in events like the arm pull, where some kids' arms are much bigger than others, making a one-on-one competition like this tough on the smaller kids. It's not so bad for individual sports like the junior 2-foot high kick. 13-year-old Sean Smith of Team Yukon is the smallest kid in the competition, but his size won't keep him from coming back. After all, his competitors say with a little more height, he'll easily beat the 5 feet he kicked this time around.
Most of the Northwest Territories kids help me
they're all my friends now. Same couple from Alaska. The ones from Northwest Territories are encouraging me to come back in 2 more years, in 1998. They said I'm good. They said by the time I get back, I'll be a champion.
Champions of all ages sit side by side in some games.
Oh, sure, just being up on the line with adults puts us all in the same game, and they're doing quite well, actually.
And to tell the truth, the adults would miss the kids if they weren't there.
I don't want to use the term good old boys club, but or good old girls club, but we had a lot of the same people, returning from time to time, but now I see a lot of new faces, and that's good. That's good for the sport. And it's something everyone of all shapes and sizes can participate in. It's not elitist in any way.
That's the way it is in women's hockey. Any age can try out for this sport, so some of the veterans don't really notice the trend.
I think so, because I've always played in a mixed group, with women's hockey. There's always been that age range, so it's not any different for me.
The youngest person in Trish Lewis's team, 16.
It's more a learning process for me right now, and I'm kind of a follower on the team, but hopefully in the next few years I'll be a leader.
The squad they're up against, Team Yukon, sports a 15-year-old.
I think these people that I'm playing with, they're really nice. I like them a lot. They're fun to be around. I've learned a lot of stuff from them too, so.
There is also a Yukon player 2.5 decades older.
They respect you for the experience that you have, and we look down at them, and, they keep us going because they skate fast, so you try to keep up with them, so I think it's a good mix.
No doubt, the young women play differently than their older teammates.
It's okay. It's a little bit hard. They skate really hard. You have to keep up with them.
That makes the veterans feel great and keeps them in the game.
They take care of me and stuff, so I don't mind it one bit.
And gives the teens something to look forward to.
I have young kids myself that are getting ready to get into it, so I think it's keeping me going, and I think it's a great game. Some of us are getting ready to retire, so it's nice to have the young ones to take over.
The new and improved Arctic Winter Games. It's the last full day of competition, with a little over 30 hours before they all go home. The real goal today, the trade.
I've got a bronze Team Alberta. What would you trade for that?
This is truly the biggest sport of the games.
Yeah, that would be a good one. My wife would love that one. Okay, thanks.
I got a 50, 75, and 100 one.
So what will it take to get all three of those from you?
Quite a bit.
Yeah? Well, there's got to be a price, though.
Maybe like that one and
Gold Yukon and the President's Pin? Which three you got?
I got 50, 75, and 100.
Those three. For those two. And I'll throw you in a few trader pins, okay?
Like what?
Some Team Alberta pins.
I have both of those now.
Yeah, but good for trading. Are we dealing? How's that for a deal?
We came here with about half of these. And then we were given a whole bunch of Team Alberta pins, and we traded those to get the rest. This is the 1997 Canada Winter Games, and it's held in Brandon, Ontario. And it hasn't even happened yet.
Now that the week is winding down, the athletes are going for anything.
Well, we attempt to trade skis and suits and stuff, trying to get their suits and different things, but they only want hard cash, and they want a lot of it.
I haven't traded anything because I'm not allowed. But most of my teammates have been trading pins and their fleeces and jackets. And when you go down to the carnival and stuff, people want to buy your coats off of you and stuff. And it's pretty bad. You can't even get on a ride without having to trade pins and stuff.
The trade game is a rich part of the Northern competition's history. Pins are made up just for this. Some worth big bucks, others worth a quick acquaintance.
It's kind of neat, like we've been trading pins and stuff, trying to communicate with that, because not knowing the language and stuff.
Going around, you want to trade pins, that's how you meet people.
For Nicole Dornan, it's much easier than trying to meet friends on the ice.
I met some of the Alaskans last time I went to Arctic Games, and so I knew just them, and I knew my soccer friends too, because I was the alternate for the soccer.
Living in schools all week made it easier to meet people too. And like a big hotel with a nice big pool, easier to relax too.
We've been playing really hard and we've been losing every single game, so it's nice to just relax.
Maybe not as easy to rest.
It's as good as they can probably get, because I mean you're in cots, which are basically like a plank of wood on top of some metal bars, but I mean it's not that bad. I mean, you get used to it after a night or so, and it's decent.
That was better than I expected. We're sleeping on cots, but I figured we'd be on the floor, so I can't complain.
And though the food is what you hear teens complain about most in a school, no one seems to mind it.
It's good food and stuff. Most camps you go to don't have that good food, but it's good food here.
There are no complaints about the surroundings.
I think it's great. You know, come up here, play ball, and win the gold. It's pretty sweet.
It's been 22 years since the games were in South Central Alaska. It's gotten rave reviews.
I've been having a lot of fun. It's a really good place. I like Alaska. My brother goes to school in Juneau, so I've been here once or twice before, and it's a good place.
Ask the athletes now that they've had a week to feel it out, and you're likely to hear Alaska did it right.
Go.
The alpine skiing that can't happen in every Arctic host city was big here. Even bigger, the feeling they have that this really has been a home away from home.
Well, it's my third time, so, you know, I love it. I think this has been the best one yet. They've done a great job. All the volunteers have done so well, and it's just come together really awesome.
Everything's gone pretty smoothly for the most part. It's quite a pull-off by all the volunteers, considering how much they're trying to take care of here.
Good feeling, you know, you got picked, you know, to represent Alaska, so when you come back with a gold medal, that's a real good feeling.
Even the mascots have learned something new every day.
Having fun out here. Are these games the best you've ever seen? Do you know that in Alaska it's legal to hunt polar bears?
Wow.
Are you worried?
What they've all learned here, they'll all be able to share at home. Maybe.
All the American teams, they use dude. They say that all the time.
Well, don't
and rad.
all the time?
Yeah.
I believe we were learning pickup lines the other day, but I forgot them.
I learned a couple new words, but they're swear words, so I won't say anything.
Russia, and to say hi is, I forgot, what was it? Oh, I forgot the hi one, but the bye is, do svidania.
That word they'll be all too familiar with when the flame is put out tomorrow. It hardly seems a week has passed since this same group marched onto this same football field, strangers. A few things are different this time around. Team Magadan made it. Athletes are wearing jackets from other countries. There are Alaska trinkets and many medals. And this time, they stand not all around the edges, but in one big group in the middle, listening to parting words and songs.
We stand on guard for thee.
And each of you this week has had just a wonderful highlight on your journey of life.
And the same fire that sparked the spirit of the week lights up faces one last time. Then, quicker than it was lit, the flame, the glowing symbol of the Arctic Winter Games, is extinguished.
I now proclaim the 1996 Arctic Winter Games officially closed.
This week has had so much more impact than many of these athletes ever thought. They find tonight they'll miss the games.
Met a lot of people, had a lot, learned
people.
a lot.
Meeting people from all different countries and everything, it's a great experience.
Just watching other sports so you don't compete is fun too.
They'll miss Alaska.
We're gonna miss the warm weather.
Yeah.
And the big city. The fair.
Free food. Free food, yeah.
Free food.
They'll miss their new friends.
We'll get there, Jess.
They'll probably be friends for life. Well, I met a lot of great dog meshing friends and that I'm going to be seeing later on this winter. And it was a great fun. Like the opening ceremonies and the closing ceremonies are great. Like the fireworks are better than Disneyland. And I got a lot of pictures. I've used 5 disposable cameras. Yeah, it's going to be lots of fun, and I'm planning to be in the Arctic Winter Games in '98.
They have precious few hours. Inside Chugiak High School, they stop in for a true Alaska send-off. Last chance trades in the halls.
I'm going to give her everything for her fleece.
This was the #1 trader for the entire week. Worked the whole week to get this jacket. It cost me my Canada Games jacket as well as my NWT fleece. I lost out for dollar value, but the deal was good.
And final farewells.
See you in 2 years.
On the back of these name tags, it just says, in the spirit of adventure, we meet in part as friends.
Yeah,
and it's just
the best way
true.
Yeah.
We're going to miss everyone.
We're looking forward to seeing them in '98.
Yeah.
98, here we come. We're
Yeah.
changing addresses, yep.
Far too fast, it's all a blur. A big collection of memories of a breathtaking Magadan dance group. Of winning medals in the shape of Arctic knives called ulus.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Of a hard-working week away from day-to-day life. the games close and the participants go home, some will take with them gold, silver, and bronze ulus. Many will take home new pins and jackets that they've traded. All will take home memories and friendships that will last long beyond the next Arctic Winter Games.
And just to Yellowknife.
The next games are in 1998 in the small city of Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories. This groggy team will be the home team then.
Come back again.
It's kind of rocky there. It's not like mountainous, but it's like kind of flat, but there's lots of rocks. There's no trees, really. Well, there's trees, but not many. And it's cold.
Yeah.
It's in the north.
Yeah, there's like, the city is like it's kind of big, but not really, it's like not. It's not like Anchorage.
Hey, they got 2 McDonald's is there.
Guaranteed to be happier and more awake when the games come to them.
Here